There it is. My severed head. The end of Macbeth, King of Scotland. Well, former King of Scotland. Is this my fault? Am I to blame? Let's back up a bit and you can decide for yourself. 3 weird sisters meet on a Scottish heath. They mention their plan to meet with me, Macbeth. Meanwhile, Duncan, the current King of Scotland, is getting reports on our battle against Norway and a Scottish traitor, the Thane of Cawdor. Duncan hears how I've saved the day in battle, and so he announces that the title of Thane of Cawdor will be given to me as a reward. But I'm still making my way back from the battlefield with my brother-in-arms, Banquo. That's when we run into the witches. They call me Thane of Cawdor and future King of Scotland, which sounds crazy to me. But sometimes these strange creatures know more than we mortals do. They also tell Banquo that he'll be a father to kings. Then news arrives that I've been named the new Thane of Cawdor, proving the witches right. Does that mean they're right about my becoming king one day? We get a hero's welcome from King Duncan, and he announces that his son, Malcolm, will be the official heir to the throne. But if the witches are right about my becoming king one day, doesn't Malcolm now stand in my way? My wife, Lady Macbeth, gets my letter about the witches' prophecies and jumps to the conclusion I've been resisting. King Duncan must be killed. She thinks I'm too full of kindness to make it happen, but when I arrive, she tells me that killing him is exactly what we'll do. King Duncan and his retinue arrive at our castle for the night. Opportunity knocks. But I'm supposed to protect the king, not kill him. He doesn't deserve to die, and so my only reason is vaulting ambition. Don't be such a coward, she says. It will be done tonight. As the time approaches, a floating, bloody dagger appears, pointing me to Duncan's room. Time to do the deed. It's done, I tell her. She goes to smear blood on Duncan's drunk guards to pin the crime on them. What have I done? I wish that knocking could wake up Duncan. Macduff and Lennox arrive to retrieve the king. Macduff finds the murdered Duncan. His guards look like the murderers, and I explain how I killed them out of anger. Duncan's sons slip away, fearing they might be the next to die. We learn from Ross and Macduff that there have been all sorts of horrible signs and omens, and that Duncan's sons are now the murder suspects. But we also learn that I'm being crowned king. But it's one thing to be king, and quite another to be safely so. Didn't the witches tell Banquo he would be father to kings? Did I murder Duncan for the benefit of Banquo's descendants? Better to just kill Banquo and his son. My wife thinks that killing Duncan wasn't worth it if we can't enjoy our new status, but I tell her our work isn't done yet. Banquo is killed, but his son escapes. My first royal banquet is ruined by Banquo's ghost. It used to be you could kill someone and that would be the end of it. My wife tries to get me to calm down, but Banquo's son will want revenge someday. Blood will have blood. Perhaps the witches can tell me more. Meanwhile, people are growing more suspicious of me, and talk of rebellion spreads. The witches have important news. They tell me to watch out for Macduff. But they also tell me to be brave and bloody, for no one of woman born can harm me. So maybe I don't have to worry about Macduff after all. Then they tell me I can't be defeated until the forest moves to my castle, but that sounds impossible. So what about that promise they made to Banquo, that he'll be father to kings? Oh yes, they say, that's still true. Lennox arrives to tell me Macduff has fled to England. I was going to kill Macduff, but now I'll have to start with his wife and son instead. Meanwhile, Malcolm and Macduff are in England, making plans to overthrow me. Ross promises to help with Scottish troops. He also tells Macduff his family has been murdered, and Macduff swears to kill me. Back at home, my wife's not doing so well. Seems she wasn't up to this game of murder after all. But I can't worry about her now. The rebellion is forming. But they don't know what I know. No one born of woman can harm me, and my castle is safe until the forest itself moves. Then, more news from within. My wife has killed herself. She should have died hereafter. Out, out, brief candle. Life's but a walking shadow. A poor player that struts and frets his hour upon the stage and then is heard no more. It is a tale told by an idiot, full of sound and fury, signifying nothing. A messenger. What news? The forest, he says, is moving toward the castle. Damn witches. Time to fight. I break the bad news to Macduff. No one born of woman can harm me. Then some bad news from him. He wasn't born from a woman. He was ripped from his dying mother's womb. The witches have fooled me again. But I can still fight. So there you have it. Malcolm is the new King of Scotland. And me? I guess you'll have to decide what you think of me.